Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I want to tell you about a new product I purchased yesterday. Or no, was it yesterday? No, Friday night I picked it up. It's a great device, and I have to tell you, I'm really happy with how it works. And the device is called MyQ, my Chamberlin. And what it is they call it a smart home hub for your garage door. Now, I think to be honest with you, I think they've marketed it incorrectly, because when they refer to it as a hub, I didn't really know if that's something that maybe you need to communicate with one of their garage door openers that has the ability to be controlled remotely, or what. What it is basically, what I think they should call it, is basically it's a smart Wi-Fi clicker, just like in your car. And what it does, it works at most brands manufactured after 1993, and allows you to control your garage door remotely from your smartphone, outside of your network, of course, or inside your network. It allows you to do that and also know whether the garage door is open or closed. Now, I'm going to try to show you what it looks like today, but it is in my garage, of course, installed, and it is black, and my walls are all black in the garage door, so the lighting in there it's not wonderful, but we're going to do the best to kind of show you what it looks like, and just kind of show you how it works. And I think it's a fantastic product. There are other people who are making devices like this, but I settled on this one here because, one, the price was pretty decent at about $100, and you can get it a little cheaper if you make the purchase through my links. I was impatient. I got it locally, and I paid the tax on it, and I paid what you can get it for pretty much everywhere. But you can get it in about the $80 to $100 price range on the through my links in the description. I'll put one in there. And the app works flawlessly, and it's just a great device. So without me rambling on too much, I've told you what it does. Let me just go ahead and show you what it looks like, okay? So come on, let's go check out the garage right quick. So I got my phone on me, so I'm going to show you this here. So let's go out to the garage. Alright, so as you can see, my garage is very, very dark. And I'm just going to turn on the light here. But even that's not really going to do all that much. I apologize. I'm a pretty clean person. My garage right now is a little messy because the weather's been so bad. I don't pull the... I don't pull the... What is this? Oh, damn. Oh, man. Can't wait for summertime. Anyway, all joking aside, so here's the device here. It's meant to be installed on your ceiling. Let me go ahead and open up the door. Get some light in here. So I just pressed the button right now. You could do that with the app too, but the button's right there. So, see if this sheds some light on the subject, right? Alright, so you may or may not be able to see it, but see if we can kind of... Okay, so there it is right there. Whoops, where are we at there? Right there. So that's basically what it is. It's a black box. It does have an LED light on it and a speaker. And so the other part of this here, you're not going to be able to see it. There's a sensor right here. A little thing about 1.5 by 2 inches. And what that device does is it communicates with the actual, what they call a hub, and it communicates whether the door is open or closed. So you can go to your phone, and I'm going to show you this here. Let me go open up the Chamberlin MyQ app, okay? Now I have this set for fingerprint recognition because my phone has a fingerprint sensor, so I don't want to lose my phone. And there's passcodes on the phone anyway, but I just didn't want somebody to be able to get in without my fingerprint, so I'm just going to activate that with my fingerprint. So fingerprint accepted, and now it's going to communicate with the hub, of course, and the network, and you'll see it says garage door has been open. And what I like about it, it tells you the amount of time that the door has been open. So right now it's been open for a minute, and this will continue to update. So what I want to show you now is basically this is all you do to close the door. You basically just press that right there, and if you had multiple doors, it'll show you the other doors, and right there it says close door. So what we're going to do is go ahead and press that button. And you'll see the light starts flashing. It starts giving you a warning. And then, any second here, the garage door will close. Now, some of you may find the warning alarm annoying. I personally don't mind it. I like the fact that it does give a warning. My door still has the sensor, so if anything, just wait till that finishes. It'll stop any second here. Okay, so let's go back in the house so I can talk your ear off a little more. So I don't mind having that sensor or that noise going off because at least it's a safety thing. It tells people that the door is closing. And sometimes I can't hear my door a lot of times, so I definitely hear that. And so I think that's a pretty nice feature they put on there. Anything that has a safety feature, I think, isn't a bad thing, okay? Now, the only other thing I have to say about this device is, other than it works perfectly, the setup was a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And I've set up a lot of Wi-Fi devices, and basically how most Wi-Fi devices work are, when you're setting them up, you generally have an app. You open the app, they'll walk you through on, if it's a decent app, they'll walk you through on how to add the product. So in this case, it's that you basically just click Add Device, and what happens is your phone will connect to the device itself. So in this case, I think it was listed as, I forget what it was listed as actually, but you knew that was the SSID of the device itself. So your phone will connect to the device, then it'll walk you through on picking which of your, it'll pick up your Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi networks being broadcasted. You'll find yours, connect to it, and what it does, it'll send your Wi-Fi credentials to the device and then reconnect you back to your own Wi-Fi. Now, the only thing I have to say negative about this here, it took me 8 times to get this thing to go, and it was my fault. And because what happens is, in the app, you'll get to, and there's a status light on the device itself that'll turn blue or green, and it'll either be solid or flashing. When you're configuring the device, when it's flashing blue, it's got no connection to anything, okay? And there's no information saved in the device as far as Wi-Fi networks. When you connect to it, it'll turn solid blue. When it turns solid blue, that's letting you know that your phone has been connected to the device. Now, what happens is, with this particular device, is once it turns blue, it says it's sending your Wi-Fi credentials over, it'll kick you back to a screen on the phone where it'll say, what color is the light now? Is it green? Is it flashing green? Is it flashing blue? Or is it solid blue? What will happen at that point, it'll go back to flashing blue. So you think, when you press, okay, it's flashing blue, it's going to tell you then to repeat the process. But unfortunately, that's not what you need to do. What you need to do is just wait. Wait. Let the device sit until it turns. Give it, I'd say, a good 10 minutes. That's way more than you're going to need. But give it a good 10 minutes, because what I kept doing is saying, this thing's not connecting. I kept repeating the process. And once I just said, you know what, I'm just going to wait and not do anything, let it sit, the light turned to green, meaning that it's connected to your Wi-Fi network. And that was my mistake. And unfortunately, the app moves quicker than the actual device does. And we expect things that are Wi-Fi to connect instantly, but these things they don't have quad-core processors in them. They're much more simple devices, and they need a little time to connect to the network. Now keep in mind, this will only connect to a 2.4 gigahertz network. So if you're broadcasting, like I am, on a 2.4 and double 5 gigahertz networks, my router is actually broadcasting one SSID. And so it decides, through its technology, which device needs what. Now, other people broadcast multiple devices, so they'll just connect their other devices to 5 or 2. I don't like to do it that way. So if you do have a situation in your house where you're broadcasting a 5 gigahertz network and you're connecting to that, and your phone's only connected to that, you're going to have a hard time connecting this because you're not connected to a 2.4 gigahertz network. So you got to make sure that your network is 2.4. Most routers nowadays have the ability for both. They may not be a tri-band like mine, but they will have a dual band, and it's for you to have that set up properly. Now, the other thing I want to say is, anytime that you're setting up any kind of devices like this, it's a good idea to disable your mobile network connection, because what happens is, once you connect to the device, your phone's like, wait a minute, we don't have Wi-Fi, let's connect to the mobile network. So it's constantly jumping around, and you want to turn your mobile network off. And they don't tell you to do that, but my experience hooking up any of this stuff, anytime I'm doing something where I'm connecting a new device to the network that involves you connecting to it and sending your Wi-Fi credentials to the device and waiting, disconnect from your mobile network. It'll be much easier for you to get this thing set up properly. That's about it really about the device. I think it's a fantastic product. It does exactly what it says it does. It's affordable. Some of the other ones out there required you to actually hardwire it into the garage door opener. I didn't want to go with something like that. Even though those things are actually easy to take with you if you ever move, this is great. It comes with the little clip to clip it to the ceiling, power cable, you wrap it around the device, and you're set. I mean, it's really a no-brainer as far as the install. Now, they do say this device is to be mounted on the ceiling, but because it's sending a signal through the air, just like your garage door clicker, you really don't have to mount it to the ceiling. I thought it needed to be mounted to the ceiling because the way it interacts with the sensor. Now, I haven't tried it the other way, but I'm pretty sure this can be mounted anywhere. And because it's going to communicate with the sensor it's on the door, whether the door is open or closed. So, but there's always a power supply right near, usually in the ceiling, right near your garage door opener. So there's really no point in putting it anywhere else. Plus, you have that nice that light that flashes when the door is going to close, signaling you signaling you that the door is closing. Now, the only thing I wish they would have done with this device, and one negative thing I have to say about it, is actually two more negative things I have to say. And this is by no means should discourage you from buying it. The setup when you were programming your actual garage door, it stated for you to select your brand, so I selected LiftMaster, and it asked for what color is the program button on your remote. Well, I'm thinking remote control the clicker, so I'm looking, I don't see a program button, so I thought I was going to have to return it, thinking that doesn't work with mine. While I was looking at the actual opener itself, I looked on the back, and I saw this green button, and that's your program button. So it'll tell you when you're setting it up that you'll press that button at a certain time, and that's how it will learn the code, I guess, for your garage door opener. Probably how you have to set up a brand new clicker as well, where you connect it that way, where it's going to receive another garage door opener. But I didn't know that because they made it sound like you were looking for something on the actual clicker. But no, it's in the actual garage door opener. So keep that in mind. When it asks you in the app what color is the button, look on the opener itself. Okay? So the only other negative thing I have to say, the only other thing is, it's not really a negative thing, it's just a feature. I wish they would have had the ability in the app to maybe set the garage door light, maybe with motion, so that LED would come on. It seems like a pretty decent sized Cree, looks like a Cree LED light that's pretty bright. It seems kind of pointless just to have it flash when the door is going to open or is going to close. So it would be nice if they had that maybe on a motion sensing technology that once you walk in the garage it comes on. And I looked in the app and I didn't see any settings for any kind of change on that. So that's the only negative thing I have to say. Overall, I'm very happy with the product. It was pretty easy to set up and install, and it's something that you don't have to be worried about wiring things in. It's pretty much if you could screw it into the ceiling and plug it in, you're good. So that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait a minute. Also, you might be wondering, well, does it have voice control? It does have some integration, but it's not free. So in order for you to actually use the voice control integration or the IFTTT integration, you have to pay $1 per month for each service. That's not a big deal, but I just want to demonstrate to you what will happen. It's not actually that Google will communicate with the product itself like she does with the other devices. It's that she's going to communicate with their Chamberlin, assistant, and you'll hear that in a second. And then that's where your commands will go. The Chamberlin assistant will then take over and listen to you. The only problems with this is because if you have a garage door that has a safety sensor like mine, and most garage doors do, it doesn't allow you to close or open the door. Or it won't allow you to open the door, period, for security purposes. So that's one thing that's out the window. The second thing is mine has a security thing, and most doors do nowadays. So it won't allow you to close the door with your voice. The only thing the voice assistant will really let you do is to ask you whether your door is open or closed. So I have it on for the free trial. It's only $1 a month. I'm probably going to cancel it because if it's not something that's going to be used, there's no point in having it. So I'll just demonstrate how it works. Hey Google, talk to MyQ.
Okay, let's get MyQ.
Ask me if your garage door is open or closed, or ask me to close one or all of your garage doors. How can I help?
Open my garage door.
For security purposes, I cannot open the garage door yet.
Okay, so yet, I don't know. For security purposes, yet to me doesn't sound like it's ever going to happen. Hey Google, talk to MyQ.
Okay, let's get MyQ.
Ask me if your garage door is open or closed, or ask me to close one or all of your garage doors. How can I help?
Close my garage door. It's already closed.
Garage door opener is already closed.
Okay. So it will give you the status of the door. If I were to ask it, is the garage door open or closed, it's going to tell me closed or open. Which to me is kind of a waste because it's right next to me. I can just go out there or I can check the app to determine that if I'm not home. And the whole point of voice control is to have the control over the device. I don't really need a status update on whether the door is open or closed when I'm home. You know what I mean? So that's kind of pointless. And for $1 a month, I'll probably end up canceling it, like I said, because why spend $1 for me to ask it whether the door is open or closed when I'm home? So that's the other negative thing I have to say about it. But like I said, overall, I love the device. When I'm coming home now, I just make sure I'll open it up. I'll click open that door. By the time I pull in the driveway, door is already open. And it's just nice to be able to just, The great thing about it, what I really like, is the fact that I now have control of that door. So let's say I have some boxes in the garage or whatever, and my dad's nice enough to, while I'm at work, go pick that up or maybe drop something off. I can just know that he's going to be out in the driveway, and I can open the door for him or close it. Same thing if you have some work being done or whatever. It just gives you control over another device in your house. Maybe you're having a construction guy come in, do some work in the in your garage or do something you're not home. Let's say you trust that guy to do that. Well, you can keep your doors locked to your house, not give him access to your front door, have him go in the garage, Have your video surveillance set up in there where you can keep an eye on what's going on. And then once he's done, close the door. So it just gives you added control over another thing in your home, which I think for the price, it's a great, fantastic device. This device will also, to my knowledge, control multiple doors as well. You just set them up as different doors. I don't think you need an extra hub, but you will need extra sensors in order to determine whether the door is open or closed. But nonetheless, great device. If you want to make a purchase, do it through my link in the description. It'll be a better deal for you than buying it locally. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. As always, have a wonderful day, folks. Take care.